the best custom home builders in all of Clark County, Washington. That's what we're going over today. Hey, welcome back to the Living in Vancouver and Camas, Washington YouTube channel. I'm your host, Hannah Dubyne, and I am so thankful and excited you're here today because we're talking about custom home builders here locally in Clark County. This is a topic that I've gotten many requests for. I can't believe it's taken me this long to do a video. You guys call me every week, every month, asking for this sort of advice, and so I thought, let's put it into one video here in 2024. So I've got 5 amazing custom home builders I want to share with you today. And my disclosure about it is, if you look up any of these builders online, no one has a perfect 5-star review, but that doesn't mean that they're not amazing builders. Just keep in mind, any business, it's really hard to please every single person that comes through the door, but I've worked with, or I know the people behind all of these companies, and they do great work, and I can vouch for them. Also, if you're interested in any sort of new construction in Clark County, even if it's not a custom home, if it's, you know, something with Lennar or D.R. Horton or Pacific Lifestyle, reach out to us first instead of reaching out to the builder. And the reason I say that is because if you reach out directly to the builder, they might try to say, hey, you can't have an outside realtor. And a lot of times working with an outside realtor like me, is not gonna cost you any extra money. So why forfeit that option? I have the privilege of getting to work with all these different builders, so I have a vast perspective, and that's really valuable to you as a consumer. And by the way, if you're thinking about moving to Clark County, or you already live here and you want to know about fun stuff to do, you should sign up for our Weekend Happenings with Hannah email. We'll put the link down below. We put 4 or 5 local events on it every weekend. We custom write it for you guys. We also put awesome new listings on it, and we won't spam you, we promise. All right, these are in no particular order. All 5 of these builders are different in their own respects. They all have their own things that they're really good at. So the first builder I want to talk about is Kingston Homes. I've been blessed to do work with Kingston Homes every year that I've been in business, and I would say they're closer, they are custom, but they're closer to more like the semi-custom side. And that is for a few reasons. First of all, Kingston Homes is one of the custom builders that does subdivisions here. They develop subdivisions and they build a pretty high quantity of homes every year. I believe Chris, their builder, says it's usually between like 40 to 55, 60-ish, which like that's a lot of homes to pump out. Kingston has a really comprehensive website. Another thing that makes them more, I'd say, on the semi-custom side is they have a whole bunch of floor plans you can already choose from. However, if you wanted to bring them your own plan, or you wanted to completely start from scratch with something, you could do that as well. It just comes with an extra cost because that plan needs to be re-engineered. Usually my clients that build with Kingston Homes, they go look at their plans that are already on the website and they get ideas from that, and then they change it from there. I think that's a wonderful way to build, because if you're starting from scratch, it's really hard. And there's all these intricacies that go into a home that you don't even think about if you're not building homes on a day-to-day basis. I think that Kingston Homes has a very warm style of architecture. They're a nice blend between craftsman and modern. That's what I'd say most of their homes, their style is these days. They do the modern farmhouse as well, which is really nice. Currently, their big communities that they're building in are North Side, which is in Washougal, which they still have some lots in, West Haven in Ridgefield, which they just opened up. That's a small community of 12 homes. And then Ashbury and Philida, which is a very premium location, and they still have a handful of lots available in there. Kingston Homes will also build on your own lot if you wanted to. That's just something where you'd already have to have the land available, you would have to have a perk test done to it, and you would need to make sure it's buildable. Kingston also has a small community in Camas up on Livingston Mountain. I believe it's called Livingston Ridge. So if you want more acreage, that is a good option as well. The next custom builder on my list is Affinity Homes. Affinity Homes is, I would say, just a step beyond what Kingston Homes is doing. They're very custom. John Colgate is the builder there, and their homes are really beautiful. They're very modern, a lot of times kind of flashy, right? That's what you get with a custom luxury home. And they're building in some really amazing spots right now. I am beyond excited for their McIntosh Estates subdivision off of McIntosh Road in Camas. It's gonna have, I believe, 28 lots. Lot premiums are high. They're $475,000 to $1.5 million. Finished prices in there are going to be, I would guess, $1.5 million and above. But it's going to be really, really phenomenal. They're also building in Philida right now in a neighborhood called the Estates at Lake River, and that's going to be the Parade of Homes neighborhood for 2024. Those are super big lots. They're 1 to 2 acres approximately. You don't find that in the city, so I'm just super excited for that. From what I've seen from Affinity Homes, they do modern houses really well, and they also are kind of like French inspired. I don't think they would describe themselves like that, but I think that's what their style is like. A lot of their homes that I've seen from the Parade of Homes have just kind of had that French touch to them. They have a lot of stonework. I've seen a lot of their homes where the entire front is stone, which is pretty rare for this part of the country, and so it's very bold when you see it on the street. The Parade of Homes it was 2022 in Ridgefield, they won the Best of Show, and they won, I think, a whole bunch of other ones, and they had this really cool layout. It was all stone in the front. They had like a casita ADU, and then there was like a little courtyard, and they had this beautiful formal dining room, very French inspired in my opinion. And so I'm gonna try and put a few pictures in here for you guys. The next builder on my list is Marella Homes. Tony Marella is the owner and the builder for this company, and if you want a green or an eco-friendly house, this is probably the builder for you. He pretty much always has a house in the Parade of Homes, and it's really beautiful to see. Very, very high quality homes. They're very energy efficient, and getting to speak with Tony, recently, he's very thoughtful with his design, and he loves what he does, which I think is amazing. Personally, I think they're really good at modern homes. A lot of times, the homes I've seen from them recently will have kind of the tilted roof line that's very modern and bold, or they'll have like the hip roof line that's very flat. The last community that they did here in Camas was the Verona neighborhood, which is in Grass Valley. It's just one cul-de-sac of homes. There's probably about 10 on there, and it's really nice. It's very bold from the street. But right now, if you want to work with Marella Homes, he doesn't have any subdivisions available. He doesn't have any lots in neighborhoods available. You just have to build on your own lot. He is going to have a spec home coming up in Province Estates. Province Estates was a custom neighborhood that started a handful of years ago, but I believe that will be a tuck under plan where your garage is under and you have to walk up a flight of stairs, but I'm excited to see what he does with the lot. One of the cool things that Marella Homes does is they have a plaque that they put in the driveway that says Marella Homes, and Tony said to me recently when I met with him, he's so proud to put that there because he knows it's going to be there forever, and he's just really proud of his homes. He's there for his clients after they finish the process, and he cares about them having a quality experience. Like many of the other builders on this list, you can go fully custom with Tony. You can bring whatever plan you want to bring and convene with each other to modify it to fit your lifestyle best, and you're going to end up going to Macadam Design Center, which is a local design center here, and pick out your finishes. If you're someone who doesn't really care about the environment, really wants something more on the gaudy side, something very lavish, Marella Homes probably is not the builder for you. If that is your style though, what I just described, you might consider Cascade West. Cascade West is one of the best known custom builders here in Clark County, and they also do a lot of quantity of homes every single year. Cascade West builds regularly in neighborhoods as well, and they do their own developments and subdivisions. They have a handful going on right now. They've got Firestone Ridge in Camas, which has a couple sold but still has a lot of availability if you're interested in that. Prices are starting at about 1.2, so it's kind of high. They also have one over in Whipple Creek, which a lot of those homes sold out. That was a nice location, very peaceful, by Whipple Creek Park. They built in Cy-Ellen Farms, but they're not building there anymore, and I'm sure they have some other neighborhoods in the works. Of course, they build on your own lot as well. They have built massive homes over the years. I think they're very good at moderns, ultra moderns. They are not as eco-friendly as Marella Homes for sure. Their homes, I would say, are very grand. They just really go big with everything they do. I feel like every parade of homes I've seen from them, they have a lot of features, or they have super tall ceilings, really big kitchens. And so if that's something that you're into, Cascade West might be a good fit for you. The last builder on my list is Urban Northwest. Urban Northwest also builds a lot of quantity of homes every year. You might see their trucks driving around town because they have stickered Toyota Tacomas that drive around, which is kind of fun. They build everything from more average price homes in a subdivision, think like $600,000 to $800,000, all the way to custom homes on your own lot if you wanted to. Urban is also considered more of a green builder. They care about making your home eco-friendly. I would say probably not to the extent of Marella Homes, but they still do a wonderful job, and they have a very distinct